Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Amy. Thank you so much for stopping by today. This is my last of my project shares for Erica at Scrapdiva Designs. And this was part of this was the rest of the dies from her November release. And I meant to get back sooner. I've just had some stuff happened this month and I just got a little bit sidetracked. Anyway, so I wanted to share these couple of projects with you. And then I also had a request for a tutorial on how I put my house together for my for this box right here. So I'm going to share my projects with you and then we're going to do the little tutorial. I have a new setup. My other camera thing broke, and so I have this new one, so I hope that everyone can see and hear really well. If there's any issues, just let me know. So anyway, the first thing I wanted to share is I made these adorable tags using the new it's the new mini elf shoe mini album, sorry. I'm like the elf shoe mini album, and I just made these really super cute adorable tags. They are like a little bit of an oversized tag in comparison with my hand. You can see, and I have pretty big hands, that it's, you know, it's a good size tag, but I wouldn't say it's too large. But I think it came out so super adorable. I have layered it up with it's just red cardstock, and then the paper that I was using, this is a Frank Garcia line, and then I put the little cuff here, and then I kind of curled the edges, and then I have put pom-poms right here, and then I put a little pom-pom at the end of the shoe, and then I've just used some ephemera pieces from the collection. And then on the back, I've just taken a button and I've ran some twine through it, and then you can of course put your to and from right there. So that is one of my tags. And then the second tag here, this is the second one, and it's very similar. I've put it together basically exactly the same way. It just has different ephemera and then just different colors. So this one is pink with red. And I just think they came out so super cute, and they were very fast. I made these tags in no time. So I think that's great because you could use these to gift to someone, and you can also put them on a gift yourself. And then I did the same thing here. I put the little button with the twine. Another thing that you could do with these is these would totally make adorable ornaments on a tree. I think they would be absolutely spectacular. But anyway, so that is the projects that I have made using the elf shoe mini album. And then I have used, this was the shadow box. It's called the shadow box card front, I think is what it's called. And oh my goodness, you guys, I love how this card came out. I knew exactly what I wanted to do with this. I had an idea in advance, and I just really love how it came out. Now, the nice thing about this box is you could do this a lot of different ways. I chose to do mine like a shadow box, so you can see I don't have anything. There's no acetate here, but you could easily put acetate on the front. And then you could do like a snowy scene. You could put pom-poms in it. You could put the fake snow. It would be absolutely adorable done. I think this is just a spectacular die. And again, so easy to put together. And this is what it looks like from the side. All I did was I created my card base, and then I put this layer here in the center to be able to write a message. And then I've added a glitter cardstock, and then I cut my cardstock just slightly larger than the die itself, and then that's how I glued it on. And then all I did was, after I glued it on, I put all my things in place. So I actually put mine together first, and then I built up from there. And as you can see, it's got really fun detail. It's very dimensional. It's got the cute little bow on the tree, and then you've got Santa, and he's getting putting presents under the tree. And then I have the cute little sentiment, which says Merry Little Christmas. And then I've put just a couple of poinsettias, and then a couple more pieces from the collection there. So that is my card, and I absolutely love this. I think this is really super cute. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys the little mini tutorial. So I had someone who asked if I could show how I assembled just the front of the house. So I'm just going to go through. I'm not going to show the decorating part because that's really up to your own personal taste, but I am going to show how I achieved the rest of it. So, okay. So what I have is, so first of all, you're going to need 2 different sets. So you need the main Slimline house, and then you need the Slimline house add-ons. The Slimline house add-ons contains these 2 different cuts right here. And if you, in my case, I'm using this back one to layer on the back, but you could alternatively, you know, just lay them on like this, and then take your 3rd layer if it was a different color, because the 3rd layer actually matches that one, as you can see. So this is one die set. This is the add-on set. In the add-on set also, you will receive the 4 windows and then the heart die. And then there is a roof add-on. The roof add-on gives you your icing pieces and your like snow drifts or drippy icing, whatever. I mean, in my case, I wanted this to be a gingerbread house, so I imagine it's icing, but it is probably really just snow. So that is in the roof add-on. So that's the difference, just so you know. Okay, so this is how I did mine. I did do mine. You can see here, it's a shaker. If you weren't doing a shaker, then you wouldn't have to worry about that. But the first thing you want to do is you want to cut out one of your house pieces. Now, I didn't bring this with me because I totally forgot, but right now you would want to lay down your acetate. This is when you want to cut out a piece of acetate to go right here. You could, let's see here, you could just take, because this really does match, you can take the smaller of the 2 pieces from the add-on set and cut this out of acetate, and then you don't even have to think about it. You just lay it right on and it's the perfect size. Otherwise, you do have to hand cut it. So that's what you need to do next. So you want to cut your die, cut your piece, and then you want to put your acetate on. Now, I like to do mine with just foam. So I took the same die, the main die, and I have now cut it out of foam. But you could alternatively, you could just line up. Now you'd have to make sure there's no gaps, but you'd have to line up foam all the way around here and then all the way around here. And then you don't have to cut it out of this. You could use the foam tape, is what I meant to say. So because you need a channel, you need an area to keep your sequins from going anywhere. So you could do that. You could absolutely do that. But this is how I like to do mine. So now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put glue onto this piece right here. You guys will have to let me know if I stay decently in frame, because in order for me to sit down and glue, because I usually craft standing, but in order for me to do this, I can't really see my camera anymore. So I hope, I'm trying to make sure I can kind of see it, but I'm trying to make sure I'm staying inside. Okay, so now that we have our glue, all we're going to do now is we're just going to add this to our foam piece. Now, but like I said, just don't forget, you're going to have to put your acetate before this. So if you were, like I said, I forgot to get my acetate out, but that is when you would need to add your acetate. So you add your acetate before you put any of your foam. Okay, so now we've got our foam on. Whether you chose to do it with this piece or foam tape, this is now the moment where you're going to want to go ahead and you're going to add in your sequins. So you would put in your sequins. So just pretend that they're here. And then this is the piece that I showed you. This is the smaller of the 2. So this is the base layer, and this is the one that matches this. This is when, after you put your sequins in, or if you're not putting sequins in, it doesn't really matter. This is when you're going to go ahead and you're going to lay your second piece on behind. Now, I put a second piece on behind just because to me it made it easier to make sure that everything is enclosed. Technically, you don't have to do that. You could actually just take this piece and put it down. But to me, I like to make sure everything is centered. And if I do it like this, I can't see where I'm centering it. So for me personally, it is easier for me to just take this piece and then create basically one big shaker and then put it on the other one. So all we're going to do now is we're just going to add this. We're going to add this to the back right here. And that is all we have to do with that. Okay, so, okay. So that is, now that would be all done. So if you had put your acetate piece, you'd already have your house already made. And you could do with this whatever you wanted. You could actually just turn it into a tag. But in my case, for the house, what I did now was, and my box is made to, the measurements are based on this piece right here. So if you're going to make the box, you have to use this piece. But then all you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to put glue onto the back of this guy here. And then you're just going to center it onto this one. And that gives you your layer. My foam piece stretched a lot. I think it's because it's thinner foam. This isn't my favorite foam. But so that's why you can kind of see a little bit of it. If it bothers you, you could actually trim it in advance. But as you can see, once you get it on there, now you have that nice little edge along the side. So that is how I put mine together. So like I said, you do need both sets. You need the original Slimline house and you do need the Slimline house add-ons. You don't have to have the roof add-ons, but if you want to create something that looks like this, you will need the roof add-ons because you're going to want all these pieces. But that is exactly what this is, and this is what I made 2 of and then made my box. So that is how I did it. And like I said, just don't forget, it's this piece, then it's the acetate, and then your foam or your foam tape. Either way, whatever one works better for you. Then you don't have to worry about any foam that's coming out if you're just using foam tape. So anyway, so that is my little mini tutorial for how I put the house together. And you don't have to make it a shaker. So therefore, you could totally just do it like this, and it's absolutely adorable. And in this case, I would have actually used a pattern piece of paper to go behind. That way you have some like points of interest behind here. I only cut it out of pink both times just because I was just doing a demonstration. But anyway, so that is my little tutorial for that. I wanted to let everyone know, in case they were wondering kind of where I've been. Like I said, I had some things happen in my family, and I kind of had to take a little bit of a break, and I'm just finally getting back to crafting. And but I am no longer going to be on Erica's design team. So if any of you guys are kind of waiting to see, like, the reason I haven't done the new release is because I didn't receive it. Now, however, I did actually buy quite a few of the dies because those dies are absolutely spectacular. So later this month, I am going to have some projects that I'm going to be coming back and sharing from Erica's release, but I'm just not going to be doing the design team for right now. But anyway, I want to thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope that the lighting was okay. It's only like 5 minutes to 4 and it's already like so dark outside, but I do have a light on my table, so I hope the lighting was okay. But anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for stopping by. I hope that you enjoyed seeing the little projects I put together, and I hope that the tutorial was helpful for any of you that may have wanted to see this. And anyway, I hope that you guys, it's Friday, so I hope that you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I'll be back soon to share some crafts with you. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye.